Mozartel thinks out loud out of the box. We get to meet the little man in video games, a place in indigo purples. Hi there. My, how many of you here tonight? All for to see Mozartel, the wonderful little man in the video games, tell his story. Never ever in my whole life have I heard about any chap in any game get out of the box to as much as say hi. And here he goes. Let's listen hard. Can you see me? I bet you do. Amazing that I see you too. I could jump with joy, my dears. I'm green behind my ears, but I so wished upon my star to one day find out where you are. None of my pals has tried before breaking through the bolted door between this world side and that, given the game we're playing at. iPod shut, you undercover, we little men hidden like some lover in the blue night only seen when a moon crosses your screen. Yes, my dears, you guessed right. It is miraculous delight for us to chat, against all odds. No go-betweens, no refs, no mods. I will tell my story true, if only you promise to listen patiently. You do? Would I remember how I grew through 7 lives in my den, given that all video games men are what great Will said of old? Babies first, then schoolboys bold, now in love, then out of love, now under the radar, next above. You all and I are much alike, if riding a horse or a bike. We little men hop, jump, run, skid, exactly as would any kid in your world. We live on display, dues told, and willingly play whenever you make us to, 24/7, plus all the night through, happy that we've got who for. Amazing, as I said before, that I can see you and that we get to meet and see, chit-chat. Gentle red buyers nurse baby Mozartel. Mozartel and the obliging red buyers. Nursery room in many hues of red. At first, Mozartel, like any baby, sorts out what's red out of all things he runs into. So he vaguely remembers something like gentle motherly red rose buyers nursing and hugging him up to his feet. Let's draw close and see. Here's my room and there's my cot. At first I slept and dreamt a lot on my red roses bed. And then I got this awesome yen to start crawling on all fours. Was I happy? I was, of course, to be able to explore every square inch of my floor, all the way window to door, skinning my knees and asking for more. Then, pulling myself up by my hair, I walked, my arms beating the air, wobbling and tottering some, then downright running myself numb. My red roses were always there, as close as I could stand and bear to let them mother me and pet. They would so fuss about and fret for me to learn my lessons well. No words were spoken that I can tell, yet acting grandma and grandpap as fencing against any mishap, they cradled me on their arms, by daylight and by twinkly stars, whispering into my ears wisps of words that I still hold dear, maybe meaning we love you. I was a toddler, so don't have a clue. But even so, they taught me joy, as they'd have taught their own little boy, soul to soul like somehow, like no one else ever did, till now. So when their day was done, they sort of looked like good and gone, leaving me all to my fate, to gulp it down or shun the bait, as written in the cards dealt me. I let them go, they let me be. Mozartel knows himself in his shadow. Shadow theater, a stage in loads of orange shades. Mozartel gets a big scare to see his shadow like chasing him about. But soon he finds himself befriending the thing and stops feeling like he's home alone till forever and one day. By and by, light grew so bright I had to keep my eyes shut tight for a while. So when I got used to it, reopened them bemused at a funny kind of a thing, always a swing, popping in, never knew why, when my sun was up in my sky, and I looked the other way. Oddly, it showed only by day, bending, curling, playing, weeping, twisting, looping, praying, sweeping past, strutting, elbowing its way, brooding, asking me to play. Watching close all things it did, I learned from everything indeed that it was given me purposely for my double, actually, an orange shadow, for me to see that I am like it and it is like me. And ask myself, who am I truly? Am I this little guy unruly? I had no answer for a while. Bewildered, not even daring smile, I begged to know, held out my hand. It crazed me to not understand why it never ventured first. And things went from worst to worst, until I said enough is enough. Stood up the nights and had it rough, so at long last it struck me that it just followed pitter-pat wherever I may have been leading, and lead I started. All so willing it laughed with me that day and danced, cheek to cheek like, entranced. Speaking no words, I still had none, could tell that they'll show up anon, for my thoughts sparkled neat and clear, bittersweet or plain or queer, at times as beautiful as stars, oftentimes sore like open scars. It still follows me like a dog, but I lost interest, all agog for the news in the cards dealt me. I let it live, it lets me be. A looking-glass world for Mozartel. Mirror, mirror on my wall, a realm in yellow tints. Mozartel looks into a gold mirror and thinks he sees, wouldn't we all, some kind of a brother, friendly, maybe brighter, teacher-like. So it dawns on him how smart and resourceful we all are, little men in games included. My shadow's grace taught me my place, so I next wished to see my face. In case someone bumped against me, what, I wondered, could he see? What color my eyes, how sharp my chin, what was I like, to whom akin? As many things I seemed to ignore, as many answers forgotten, nay, more. Where do I come from, where to go? What do I say yes to, and what to no? I knew I could answer all of those whys if I could look into my eyes. So when I saw the mirror glass guy, I thought him an angel and said hi. Then looked again, and many a name we call things by back to me came, clearly uttered, through the mirror light breaking free. Man, woman, tree, flower, girl, boy, sun, star, and fate, birth, life, love, sleep, dream, wait. Wind, water, fire, sky, cloud, bell, and bingo! Recalled my name, Mozartel. Took two of us for that odd dance. We spoke taking turns, a fat chance for me to evoke my red rose buyers. How kindly they were, and disclosed the way I met my shadow, now chiding, next praising, and then how I learned to play its game in twos, and how my life was only good news. Most amazing of all I saw in that mirror was how he'd draw pictures of his golden age, where the words spoken by their sage as all by else were the very seeds of such truly fearless deeds that dovetailed into a stairway, rising up in the air, bridging over sky and earth. By contrast, I so could sense the dearth ruling my box world. I had to be myself out fast of the stream, like realm too high for me, who am as material as virtual can be. I let him live his fantasy, plus let myself and all things be. Mozartel was his green dream away, dancing with a green dream, an arena in emeralds. Already older and wiser by now, Mozartel can tell the difference between dream lives and life dreams. And yet, a dream is a dream is a dream in all worlds, as all things that be start in someone's dream. And then I dreamt of a dream peer who could be all I was not, so dear to my heart that I may feel alive to have it near, like when taking five, when waltzing round my den or whistling an air, or when spending long nights on my own, like fated to live all alone. The second self burst in like spring. Someone spied on me, sure thing, but it's all right, my wish came true, don't care how. For me to woo, 'cause it was a she, I later found out. She talked and talked. What about? Everything, I tell you true, but mostly about surprise, about you. Had no words on me that night. She quoted Great Will, now wasn't she bright? What a piece of work is man, how noble in reason, how infinite in faculty in form and moving, how express and admirable in action, how like an angel in apprehension, how like a god, the beauty of the world. One more leap if I had leapt, one small step if I had stepped, would have like vanished in thin air. Guess again, yes, I did dare, step the step, then let things be. Well, it was not in the cards dealt me for us to play together, sirs. Not in my game, neither in hers. 'Cause I'm to be all yours, you say, 24/7 plus as many a day. Maybe so, since I go by my written script, not asking why, 'cause I already know my lot. I am your best man, am I not? Ready on call with a song or two, all set to always humor you, as best any of us knows how. Dear one, fare thee well for now, I said in tears, taking the fall, nearly not crying at all. Mozartel works out his own Mozartino, Genesis in sky and sea azure, a time placed in virtual blues. What would you say people most wish for? I mean all people, us and all other kinds, Mozartel included. Bingo, of course, what else? To play house, being mother or father. Let's watch him work that out. I knew my mind, I knew my face, I knew my power, I knew my place. So I thought they would not deny me my top wish, that I multiply. All I did next was just think hard, and there popped in a huge joker card. A jack of all trades, an expert artist, a friend in need, and a grand artist. What, hologram? Do know nor care. Thing is, he didn't show up in my lair, bagfuls of spares on him top to toe, for the new baby me game ready to go. Bolts and screws, plates and rams, nuts and ROMs, and also DRAMs, processors and motherboards, LEDs, lots of keys and keyboards, carcasses, microchips and CUs, transistors, printers and CPUs, jacks and sockets, all type cards, tubes and cables, monitors, hards, registers, memories, drives, AC switches, ventilators, DCs, push buttons, loudspeakers, sources, gates, ports, consoles, resources, extension, cameras, mouse and mic, and many, many more such like. To fully understand my make, the new baby me to awake, before my time is up, you know, before this Mozartel has to go someplace else, do you know where? Before he gets a chance to share with you his own take on life, quitting this much too human strife. Mozartel calls time, back at Indigo Purple Square 1. I feel so grateful that you sit down there to scan me bit by bit. Now that we have played this game, nothing's gonna be the same ever again. The cat is out, and so am I, within and without. Don't you feel as happy as me? For at last having let ourselves be together over this dream night, this once in all of our 7 lives, right? A life of men so without wings, so equally pulled by parallel strings, straight or winding, who knows why. I come in peace, I do not defy my stars, there's plenty of room for all things real, a rocket, a broom, cats and sons, stars and mummies, people, turnips, teachers, dummies. Cats and sons, stars and mummies, people, turnips, teachers, dummies. As long as we still believe in truth, goodness, beauty, and forgive, forget bygones, enough floor space to play all of our games apace, never needing to say bye-bye. I place my bet on saying hi. Am I right or am I right? If only you switched on my light. This once upon a time is but a nursery rhyme about a man all time, a little chap no name, taking the usual game for real, all soul and flame.